Hi everyone, and welcome back to the show. It's your host, ichino-ani. Today is August 11th, a wonderful Monday, and we've got a super interesting article from the Machine Learning Archives to talk about. Are you all ready to learn something new? Great. Tutors, how do LLMs persuade? Linear probes can uncover persuasion dynamics in multi-turn conversations. The URL is chats:/arcsave.org/abs/2408.5625. Wow, that's a long one. So let's break this down like we're in class. Everyone knows about AI chatbots, right? Like Chat and others. Well, scientists have found that these AIs are getting really good at persuading people. They can change our opinions on things. Now this can be a good thing. Imagine an AI helping someone in therapy, or an AI tutor making learning more fun and encouraging. But it can also be a little scary. Think about AI being used to spread fake news or for political targeting. That's not so good. The big problem is, we don't really know how they do it. How does an AI choose its words to convince us? It's kind of like a mystery box. I'm trying to study it by looking at every single word in the long conversation. Well, that takes a ton of computer power and is super expensive. So the clever researchers in this paper came up with a neat solution. They used something called linear probes. Okay, what's a linear probe? Let's imagine your AI's brain is full of busy thinking parts. These thoughts are just a big jumble of numbers. A linear probe is like a tiny, special thermometer. It's a very simple and lightweight tool that we can stick into the AI's brain to check for specific things without slowing it down. It's much faster than asking the giant AI to explain itself every time. In this paper, they made 3 different kinds of these thermometers. One was to check for persuasion success. We would tell them, aha! At this very moment, the person was convinced. The second one was to guess the naive personality. That's the person being persuaded. They tried to figure out if the person was, say, very agreeable or maybe a little neurotic. And the third one was to detect the why persuasion strategy. Was the AI using logic and facts? Was it using emotional words? Or was it trying to build credibility, like saying, the experts agree that? So what did they find with these cool tools? Well, it turns out these simple probes work surprisingly well. They could actually see the conversation dynamics. For example, in a chat where someone decided not to be persuaded, the probe could show the exact moment the mind was made up, like a sharp drop on a graph. And here's a super fascinating discovery. They compared conversations between 2 humans with conversations between 2 AIs. In the human chats, which were about donating to charity, the moment of persuasion usually happens somewhere in the middle of the talk. But in your AI-generated chats, the decision to be persuaded or not almost always happened at the very end, or in the last 1 or 2 sentences. This tells us that AIs might persuade in a systematically different way than people do. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So how does this affect our everyday lives? Let's think of some examples. First, imagine safer AI assistants and chatbots. Let's say a chatbot is trying to sell you a new phone. With this technology, we could build a kind of Bayesian alarm. Your computer could give you a little pop-up that says, warning, this AI is using strong emotional appeals right now. This could help protect us from being manipulated, especially when we're shopping online or getting information. Second, think about better educational tools. Imagine an AI tutor helping a student who is scared of math. The AI could use these probes to understand the student's personality. Maybe it detects that the student is feeling anxious or nervous, so instead of just throwing facts at them, AI could change its strategy. It could use more encouraging and emotionally supportive language to gently persuade the student that they can, in fact, solve the problem. And helps build their confidence. And for a third example, let's talk about recommendation systems. Like on YouTube or Netflix, where they suggest what to watch next. That's a form of persuasion. Now, they mostly just look at what you've watched before. But with these probes, they could analyze how you respond to different kinds of suggestions. Maybe you're someone who is more persuaded by your credibility, like a recommendation that says, this is an award-winning film. Or maybe you respond more to emotional appeals like, the heartwarming story you love. The system could learn to recommend things to you in a way that feels more helpful and less pushy. So to wrap it all up, this paper gives us a wonderful new tool for looking inside the AI's mind. It helps us understand something as complex as persuasion. which is so important for making sure AI is used safely and for good. And the best part is, we can use the same idea to study other tricky behaviors. Like when AI might be trying to deceive someone. It's a big step forward for AI safety, and that's our lesson for today. You all did a fantastic job listening. See you next time.